Hi guys, it's Sean Hammerbeck. So welcome to Class 2 of Coach Academy 2. So last week we talked about crafting a compelling story, doing your button response, practicing your button response. I hope all of you have had an opportunity. I know some people in our quad have had an opportunity to use the button responses. And then, really taking an opportunity to have people take a look at the products as well as the business. So now we're moving on to Class 2, which is handling objections and the 3-day mini profile. So I'm going to cut 2 videos here. The first one is going to be on talking about handling the objections. So the first part of this Class 2. So a lot of times when people might have an objection, we've identified some objections that you might get. Our tendency maybe is to, become defensive, or, oh my gosh, Herbalife is the best products in the world. We have the #1 meal replacement smoothie. Why wouldn't you just take it? What do you mean you don't want to take 2 shakes a day? What do you mean you don't, know about drinking your meals? So, instead of arguing with somebody, when someone comes up with an objection, we're going to use the feel, felt, found. So I know how you feel. Here's what I have, here's what I felt, and a lot of times here's what I found. So feel, felt, found. So I'm going to give you some examples in just a second here. We also talked last week about how not to ramble. So it's really important not to ramble because we appear as being uncertain or maybe unconfident, and that's why we might ramble. So we want to make sure in this situation, when we're talking about handling these objections, that we're very confident as well, or people will, not believe us, tend not to believe us. We also want to practice the objections that we might come across and also use duct tape. So as Amber said last week, it's very important to not say too much and to know when to stop. So we don't want to argue. We want to make sure that, we are just giving a testimony of some sort. This is why we go to all of the events so that we can hear testimonies and apply those testimonies as we grow in our Herbalife business. And then we also have to remember that, we love what we do, but we've probably been on the products for a while now. We love taking 2 shakes a day. We know how important, how good we feel. Some of these people might not yet know how good they can feel because, they don't realize how bad they felt. So it's important to, understand where they are coming from. Might be, maybe taking 2 shakes a day is just too much, and we might be able to say, well, you could have 1 shake a day. So just understanding that everybody comes from a different place. And then again, if it is not necessary to say, it's definitely not necessary to say it. So I'll give an example of that in my second video here, but it's definitely good. Okay, so let's go through some objections. Here's objection number 1. It's not in my budget, or it's too expensive. So what you could say, I totally understand where you're coming from. I felt that way too. What I found is that by replacing 2 meals with 2 shakes, it actually reduced the amount I was spending at the grocery store, coffee shop, and or running into the gas station for something quick to eat. Okay, number 2, I don't think I can have 2 shakes every single day. I want to eat real food. And I could say, I totally understand. I love eating real food too. What I found is that most people actually eat more of the right foods along with their shakes. Number 3, I can't do soy. No problem. We have soy-free options as well. Keep it simple. Apply duct tape, right? Number 4, my husband is a diabetic. Can he do the shakes? My response might be, the shakes are actually a complete meal and are considered low on the glycemic index. The sugar is actually fructose and equivalent to eating a medium-sized apple. I can show you the label if you would like. Duct tape. Again, we don't claim to cure, we don't claim to be doctors, I don't even really like to say, necessarily that I have lots of diabetics on it, because it's referring to a type of condition. I'd rather say, talk about the product and then offer to show them the label. And one other note on that too is that if it is somebody that is, maybe they are concerned about a health condition, for instance, I always offer to say to send them the email version of the PDFs. You can get it on myherbalife.com. Send them that, and then I also give them this tip. Don't ask the doctor if you can take the product. Instead say, is there any reason why I can't take this product? Because when we ask if we ask a doctor if we can, most likely a doctor might say, just to cover their butt, no, only because they don't know for sure if it's going to have any interaction with their medicines. So it's better to say, is there any reason why I shouldn't take this product? All right. Number 5, I'm not willing to give up going out to eat with all my friends. My response might be, I totally agree. We wouldn't want you to do that. Herbalife is a lifestyle. We will teach you how to continue to live your life with some simple modifications so that you can continue to get a new result. Number 6, ooh, I like this one. Number 6, I can get it cheaper on Amazon or eBay. My response might be, well, we have a savings option with Herbalife that will allow you to get a discount, continue to have me as your coach, as your wellness coach, and keep you feeling confident that the product you are consuming is the real Herbalife product and not expired as a result of sitting on someone else's shelf for too long that has turned around and sold it on eBay. Duct tape. And number 7, I don't think that I can give up my coffee, or I don't think I can give up my sodas, etc. My response might be, no problem, you don't have to. What many people find is that as they change their diet, they don't want as much coffee or soda, so they end up reducing it, which helps them feel great and get a better result. Period. Okay, so in closing, what we'll probably do on the quad call, or on the call, Coach Academy 2 call, is we'll pull your name out of a hat again, or a bucket or whatever. You'll get called, Jason, here's an objection. I want to hear your response. So you can practice some of these. You're not going to know which one you're going to get, but go ahead and practice, and we'll do that on your calls this week.